The Pentagon plans to establish new military repair hubs in 5 Asia-Pacific nations amid its build-up in the region aimed at China. The hubs will be set up in Japan, South Korea, Singapore, the Philippines, and Australia. The project, known as the Regional Sustainment Framework, envisions a global network of repair facilities for US planes, ships, vehicles, and other warfighting equipment. The idea is to create facilities to repair and maintain equipment closer to its deployment area, rather than bringing it back to the US. The Pentagon plans to launch pilot programs in the Asia-Pacific and then establish similar hubs in Europe and Latin America. The focus on the Asia-Pacific is part of the US military buildup that's being done explicitly in the name of preparing for a future war with China. US military officials are openly discussing a future direct conflict with the Chinese military, despite the risk of it quickly turning nuclear. The US containment of China is rapidly increasing in the Asia-Pacific. The ball is now in China's side of the court to respond to US provocations. Anti-immigrant Alternative for Germany party has won elections in the German state of Thuringia, the first for a far-right party since World War II. It performed strongly in neighbouring Saxony too, trailing just behind the centre-right Christian Democratic Union. The 3 parties composing German Chancellor Olaf Scholz's coalition all took a heavy beating, falling to single digits in both states. The result follows a trend in European countries where anti-establishment movements are increasingly successful with voters dissatisfied with mainstream parties. For decades, German politics has been dominated by coalition building. So as the AfD grew more popular over the past decade, coalitions have been formed to exclude it. With the AfD now winning significant votes, it will be difficult to keep the right wing away from power. China is enjoying its best-in-history ties with African nations. Leader Xi Jinping said on This Week at the Forum for China-Africa Cooperation, Xi confirmed China would provide African countries $51 billion in new financing and support 30 infrastructure projects to boost connectivity across the continent. Addressing delegates from more than 50 African nations, the Chinese leader called for a China-Africa network of land and sea links and coordinated development. We have together built roads, railways, schools, hospitals, industrial parks, and special economic zones. These projects have changed the lives and destiny of many people, Xi told African leaders. China is seeking to expand its influence in Africa amid a growing economic and diplomatic divergence with Western countries. Beijing's outreach also comes as the world's second-largest economy is slowing down amid challenges that include a prolonged property crisis and a declining population. China is Africa's biggest trade partner, with nearly 1/4 of the continent's exports, mainly minerals, fuels, and metals, going to the Asian superpower. Beijing is also the continent's biggest lender, spending $191 billion to African countries between 2006 and 2021. Africa has played a central role in Chinese economic development as a major supplier of energy and minerals. In return, China has spent considerable sums on the continent and is presenting itself as a reliable partner to the continent instead of the West.